Welcome to the 2024 edition of Didn't Review. So in this video, I'll cover some of the IEMs that I was going to review in 2023 and I missed it for some reason. I'll explain those reasons in this video. I also give my thoughts on those IEMs as well. So if you're wondering about some IEMs for a very long time waiting for my review to happen, sad to say they're not going to happen, but at least you have this video to reference now, to come back and get my thoughts on whatever you want my thoughts on. That being said, it's not going to cover every single IEM on the market that I didn't review. I'm only going to cover the most requested ones or some of the more popular ones. Let's start with the first group of IEMs, and these IEMs I didn't review and didn't try simply because I didn't get sent them and the stores around me don't carry them. So I simply didn't get a chance to try these IEMs in 2023, some of which are Moondrop Solace 2, Moondrop Dark Saber, the 7Hertz02, other collaborations that happened throughout the years, and the TA Audio's Hype 4. All of these may get a review in the future if I get sent them or if I get a chance to try them out. Now for the IEMs that I did try, the first one being the TA Audio's Monarch Mark III. Now I didn't review this one simply because I didn't have a unit on hand, but I did try it a few times throughout the years, and my thoughts on it is that it's great. It's a great IEM, but I don't think it's better than the Monarch Mark II. I actually prefer the Monarch Mark II's very beautiful neutral tone more so than the Mark III's more exaggerated V-ish kind of tone. Mark III has more details you can pick out in the treble because it does have more of that regent, but it lost the magic in the mid-range that the Mark II has, and I think that's what made the Mark II special. Hence, I don't think the Mark III is better than the Mark II. Another TA Audio is the Hype 2. Now, I did think this one was good, but it came at a time where this signature, the Harman-like signature, is very common. Like, you find it even in the Kiwi Ears Quintet, you find it in the Truth Ear Nova, both of which do just as good, if not a better job than the Hype 2 at a significant discount from the Hype 2. So you can say the Hype 2 was kind of dead on arrival. And I didn't get a unit as well, that's why I didn't review it. But even if I got a unit of Hype 2, I don't know if I would have reviewed it because other IEMs just outright beat it for cheaper. Next IEM is the Leisure's DZ4, the one with the passive radiator, I think is what it's called. Some fancy driver. That one I tried and I didn't enjoy at all. It was just a mediocre kind of, it's fine kind of IEM that didn't really compete with what's already on the market. It's not a bad IEM, it's just fine, like a mid-tier IEM within the price bracket that's super competitive. Next is the QTC Folk S. Now this one I still might do a review of it because of its interesting driver setup, but I didn't review it simply because it was kind of not great. It was just one of those IEMs that I thought about reviewing when I have some extra free time, when I don't have any other videos to do, but that moment kind of never came. I had more important videos that needed my prioritization over the QTC Folk S, so I never really got around to reviewing that IEM. But I still want to because it's QTC and it's, I think, one of their first ever planar. So look out for that review potentially in the future, but just know that it's not really a good IEM. They messed up the tuning pretty badly on that one. Next is the Kiwi Ears Quartet. Now this one is in the same boat as the Folk S. It's just one of those IEMs that I wanted to review if I had extra time, and it never happened. The Quartet is a fine IEM. I'll put it in the same boat as the DZ4 as well, where I feel like the Quartet just sounded good. It didn't sound amazing, and again, in the price bracket of like 75 to 150 is highly competitive, and the Quartet just kind of falls by the wayside, not being terrible enough to talk about and not being great enough to talk about either. I find that the Quintet is the best one from Kiwis right now if we're talking tuning alone. I still like the original Orchestra. I think that one's really interesting, warm kind of IEM. The Orchestra Lite is also good, kind of boring. I still think it's better than the Quartet though. But yeah, the Quartet is just, again, that IEM that is not horrible enough, not great enough, just kind of sits in the average zone. Will be forgotten. Another IEM that I might review in the future because it is due new and people do ask for this, so it deserves its own video at the very least, but it's in the same boat as a Quartet, is that it's not bad, it's not great, and that is the Dunu Kima Classic. Again, coming in at around $120 or $130, something like that. It's not competitive anymore in this price bracket. It's fine, it sounds good, it's just why would you go for a Kima or a Kima Classic when you have a lot of other options that are just as good, like the Truth Ears Zero Red, the Aria 2, for example. You can go up a notch to like even the Nova or go for the Hexa at $80. There's a lot of options out there that are just better or more interesting than the Kima or the Kima Classic, so overshadowed. Speaking of Truth Ears, we have the Truth Ears Ola and Hexa. I didn't really do a full review on these two IEMs, but I feel like I talk about them in many review videos as comparison piece so often that I think you guys already know my thoughts on them, but I'll put it here anyway. The Ola is great. As an $18.99 IEM, its tuning is very good. One of the best IEMs you can grab south of $20 still, alongside the Tangsu's Wan and also the Tangsu's Chang'e too. That one I didn't review as well, but I will review in the future. $15 bullet style IEM, that one's also pretty good. The Hexa is good, but it's boring. That's my bottom line on it. I don't use it myself and I don't feel compelled to use it myself, but I do recognize that it's a solid tuning that a lot of people do like. The one thing I can say the Hexa is better than most IEMs around its price point at is details. I feel like you can perceive just a bit more details out of the Hexa than you can do off of your regular sub $100 IEM. So that's pretty much its only great point. And last but not least is an IEM that I will review very soon. That is the Moondrop May DSP. I actually already filmed a review of that one, but the audio got messed up. My mic was like destroyed halfway through, so I had to scrap that whole recording and I have to re-record another one, which I haven't done yet because I got COVID the past week and a half. I just now slowly got better, so stay tuned for Moondrop May review coming very soon. All right, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching. It's nice to be back. I'm around like 90% better now, hopefully fully better very soon. And look out for a lot of videos in January because I do need to catch up on a lot of things that I missed. I have like a pile of IEM boxes here that needs to be reviewed. So stay tuned for those. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.